Oh dear. Right. Here we are again. I shall just get the dust off there. Horrible, isn't it? Now there's something else going on. I will have to. I have a drive doing something that it doesn't want to do or whatever. I don't know. Right. Anyway, we are here again. With a few odds and sods. Oh dear. I shall unplug that. I think I should have unplugged that before. It's some external drive doing something, and it did it before. Anyway, we're here again. I shall whip it out. They are unplugged it now, so you can't do that again now. Right, hey ho. What are we doing now? Right. Okay, so you shouldn't start a sentence with so. It's bad grammar apparently. So I've always been led to believe. What's that there? I purposely got that to get that off, and it didn't come off. Right, okay, so we're here again, live with some 3 psychic readings, although I don't make any claims to be anything. Just whilst there's nobody watching at the moment. Then I suppose say best safety lies in fear, doesn't it? Best safety lies in fear. So I shall just go and put the kettle on, and we shall just settle down for, oh God, I don't know how long. I think we just did about an hour and 20 minutes last time, didn't we? Something like that. So I shall try and go and put the kettle on, just to freshen up a bit. And maybe you can do the same whilst we wait for maybe the locals to make a presence on parade tonight. We are here to help, or I like to think we are. So that's nice, isn't it? We're here to help. If you don't need help and you don't need a reading or insight into anything, that's fair enough. Maybe that's a good thing, isn't it? Because it means everything's going okay and you don't need any help for anything, which would make everybody's life easier, wouldn't it? Although I just did it for a bit of, I suppose you could say for fun. Well, it isn't really fun, is it? But it's helping people. But we're here for pleasure, not profit, as I often say. That kettle does the same thing. I'm just using a whistling kettle on a little camp stove because here in the UK, eating and heating and things like that have become a false economy thanks to China and what the Chinese people have done by not rising up against their government. Although, as I say that, things seem to be changing. Even the people who want to appease their government by lack of action or who want to enable their backward retarded government through appeasement are now getting pissed off with the appeasement game and are now looking as though they are protesting and are not wanting it anymore. Stupid Chinese style lockdowns, of course, don't help, do they? And now, of course, they're trying to lock us down with a financial crisis. It's the same thing. It's a lockdown, which is a different way of doing it. That's all it is. And the government is controlling people instead of saying you can't you must work from home and you can't leave your home. You say you must work from home because you can't afford the fuel to go to work. But what is the aim of that? What is the outcome from that sort of thing by locking people down? Communism doesn't work, does it? Or doesn't appear to work. Hey ho. Anyway, for those maybe who are victims of that, I suppose we're all victims. We're here to try and maybe provide insight and guidance into what happens next. I have consulted the article on various topics, such as the death of Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin. The first time I did it, I did Vladimir Putin, and it said he was going to die in April. This was last April, and nothing happened. He's going to die in a coup. Or whatever. Anyway, I think I've worked it out now that it must be this coming April that's going to happen instead. All being well. So I was using dowsing rods, however. So I was asking the questions and formulating them to get a yes or no answer. So the only reason he's going to be assassinated in a coup is because I asked, will Vladimir Putin be assassinated in a coup? What month? January, February, March, April. When he said yes, he came all the no's and then yes on April. So I suppose to some degree you could say there's a slight flaw in the technique. I don't know. What do you think? One could live in hope. But anyway, I've got the kettle on, and maybe you have as well. And I suppose we're here trying to cope through a sort of Chinese-style lockdown in a different way. It's done with weaponizing the economy, weaponizing the economy instead of weaponizing germs and using germs from a lab. Because of course we know not one wild bat tested positive. Sorry, am I out of range? Not one wild bat tested positive for the big C thing. So really, the COVID thing. So really, we know it was a bioterror attack, wasn't it? Anyway, we all had to survive that and cope with that and cope with all the things, the bad things that come from that, like children losing their education and or stunting their education in some way. Mental illness seemed to be a thing as well, didn't it? A rise in mental illness because of what the Chinese people did by enabling their government through appeasement. But now the Chinese people are getting pissed off with it now. Not even they like enabling their government by appeasing it and just letting their government do what the fuck they want. And now, of course, it's beginning to backfire. Of course, when the soldiers get back from Russia, although they're only on 3-month contracts, they won't get paid after the 3 months. So they'll be wanting food and things. They'll be wanting fed and wondering why their children are dropping dead so they can't grow up and breed more Russian scum. Oh, sorry, did I say something? So there's that problem going on as well, isn't there? So it's all, but we all have to just sit back and wait while all these things sort of come to fruition, and it's rather a pain in the arse, isn't it? However it's affected you or whatever, in whatever way, we're here and we're having to. It's not just something that's just shit happening. It's something we know what the cause is, and that's the frustrating part, isn't it? When we know what the cause is. Anyway, I've just come back from making coffee, so I can see what's on the screen. So somebody's saying something. So hello there to Jean. Hello there from Africa, from Arizona. Oh, right. Good for you. Only 3 stars. Well, can't be that bad. At least it's better than 1, isn't it? And hello to you there, Jess. So hello there. We just, like I say, we're just It looks like Jess is into the heart chakra, doesn't it? The green of the heart chakra. Red, orange, yellow, green, and whatever. So that obviously now I've just got to zoom out because I wanted to see what's on the screen there. There's my cup there, as you can see. I'll just put it there. I don't know. Yeah, oh, it's there now. What's this here? Right. So we've got this. There's something over here. What's that? Ah, it's the table. It's all right. I'm just positioning. This is a dice tray, and I use it for casting runes in, the witches' runes. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but the runes. You've got the 24 Fothark runes, the Germanic ones, the Viking ones, the straighty liney ones, as I call them, and then you've got these witches' runes. And I rather like, there's 13 of them. But look, also got these cards here, these fortune-telling cards. So maybe we could shuffle some cards for somebody who may know what, if you know what you want to question, what you want an answer to, we can just try and answer the question. May I ask general reading? How see, Jess, how do you define general? I mean, I could define general, maybe you have a scar on your knee, you know. But how do you? Of course you have. How do you define general? If you're more specific, then you can get help with something as opposed to just throwing it in the air. We could give you the answer to the question you don't want to answer, don't want to ask. We'll do that one. We ask for the truth on behalf of Jess concerning the question she doesn't want to ask. We ask in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. There we are, Jess. We've asked for something general for you. No doubt something most significant. We'll deal 3 cards here. So the first card we deal is in the position. There's three cards in 3 positions. The position of the past, the position of the present, and then the position of the future. So you could say recent past influence, present influence, and immediate future influence. There, couldn't you? You could easily say that. So let's just see what's going on for Jess here. Sorry about this over here. That's the ceiling light. I usually sometimes try and adjust this so you can't see that. So you put the deck there or something and put the rest of the cards there. But hard luck. You'll just have to suffer. Put the shadow of the cup there somewhere so you can sort of see a bit of it. How's that? Let's just see what's going on over the rest of the recent past. So you could say the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. The period of one new moon to the next is called a moonth, as you know. So you could say, although it's not one new moon to the next, in this particular case, is whatever phase the moon is now to back to when it's that before, if you get what I mean. And then the immediate future is a similar thing. So between now and this time last month, as you could, which is about 3 or 4 weeks, isn't it? Let's just flip over, and whatever the meaning of this card is the energy that vibrates with what was going on. Or what was going on. Now, do you see you've got the energy of the key? Indicate, yes, I suppose, opportunity knocks and all that sort of thing. In this particular case, it says on the card that locked doors were soon opened for you in some regard or other. Maybe. Why am I sort of sensing lost opportunity? Or in the sense that you can have a key to a door and you can open the door, but it's up to you to go through the door. Even unlocked doors that are open, you still have to go through them. And he says that you were going to go through this door, or some opportunity, something was on offer, or something. Something in general, I don't know, but just something there was on offer, and it's as if shall I shan't, the best safety lies in fear. I may as well not, and oh shit, now I'm bloody regretting it. I wish I had done it. Yeah, I'm saying again, let's see what the next card is then. The next card is the present. A bit like any quarter moon, as you could call it, where it's 3 days coming, 3 days going. So You know, like a full moon, for example, would be 3 days coming, 3 days going, either way. Not exactly that, but it is. This does sort of represent that sort of time period, you could say. Notice you've got the element of air. Normally, of course, the element of air represents creative and transmissive powers, doesn't it? And because that's sort of linked with the numbers 2 and 3, whereas number 1 is spiritual essence or the element of fire. 2 and 3 is air, creative and transmissive powers. Of course, 4 to 9, the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, they are the element of water. So that's mental and moral qualities. And then, of course, the physical vehicle is 10. Although 10 is 1 plus 0, isn't it? So it's effectively 1. But like I always think of it as like the turnaround in the blues, the number 10. But we're not really doing the Kabbalah because we're not doing tarot, but we're doing a similar sort of thing in the sense we've got the element of air. And this particular thing, this particular card just seems to represent just maybe self-analysis or something, just to seek a union of mind and spirit, try and get to know you and yourself personally. A vile phrase, isn't it, when people say, I myself personally think that tra-la-la-la-la. I don't know what a vile phrase that is, isn't it? So, hey-ho. It's a bit like reiterate, the word reiterate. We know iterate is to repeat, but to re-repeat something is ridiculous. It's just, we all say it, don't we? It's the same thing. Reiterate is a vile phrase as well, but we all say it. We know what it means, but grammatically, it's a load of crap. But either way, to put stress on that, that's another way of saying reiterate, to get out of making a vile phrase, of course. It's as if the element of air is offering up this communication, because of course it's the blue of the throat chakra, isn't it? So it's like as if right now you're communicating. Yes, you've got to communicate, but maybe more with yourself than with others. Instead of moaning at others about what China has done to you and screwed up your life, because it's screwed everybody else's up as well, and what the stupid Chinese people have done by not rising up and sit until they have to do. It's okay for them, or I'm all right, Jack, until it's happening to me. Well, yeah, it's too late now. But either way, because of what they've done by enabling their government through appeasing their government, because it's all right for them, so means everybody else has to suffer. So you're not the one who's suffering. So I suppose communicating that and articulating that with others, moaning at others about what's happening. Price of food's gone up. It's virtually a false economy to eat now. And all this. That's what. Well, everybody else has got to pay a lot of money for food as well. Everybody else is doing this false economy, stupid second lockdown style, Chinese style lockdown game with economics instead of germ warfare. So we're all in the same boat, aren't we? But either way, by you sort of an opportunity sort of knocked, as you could say. Doors were opened for you, but right now, of course, you may as well try and get to know yourself. Unless, as it says, create that union or seek the union of mind and spirit. So you're okay about with what you want to do. It's like as if there's something you want to do, but you're not okay about it. Well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to whatever, but I don't know, I'm just a bit second thoughts. I suppose they always say, if in doubt, don't. If in doubt, leave it out. What's the immediate future? What's vibrating there for you? Whatever the storyline is here. Of course, as I always say, if this is negative, it can actually be positive. It could be proven positive in the sense of forewarned as forearmed. But as I always say, that's as good as it gets. But what is it? A more elemental energy, the element of fire. Better watch out here. Oh dear. Yes, the element of fire, the number 1 spiritual essence, I suppose, but also this tends to focus on reckless actions leading to conflict, in the sense that somebody's going to end up doing something stupid. You should be communicating this and okaying it with yourself. And I sort of get if you don't follow this advice that Spirit is offering, that vibrating now and offering here, we're going to drop a clanger. And it would be such a shame because the opportunity to not drop a clanger was just there. But maybe why am I sort of getting this as though you're better at talking yourself out of things than talking yourself into things, and this is why doors were open for you, but you didn't go through them. And you're better at more talking yourself out of things to yourself and telling yourself it's not worth doing, or well, not worth doing that because it's la 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 la. We're all going to end up worse off, so why bother? It'll only end up in failure. So there you go. I mean, I came second in the prime ministerial hustings. I know I'm going to be the winner. It's just a shame that the winner doesn't realise they've got to resign. So it's like as if you sort of resigned to sort of second place or something like that. But of course, if you were in the UK and you're trying to become prime minister, you'd be prime minister by now because you'd come last. If you're an outright loser and a backstabber, you'd come last. It's just a shame that the mental lunatic ended up being the prime minister, or because they didn't want an Asian backstabber. But that's just the way things go in the UK, isn't it? And in general, maybe. But in your particular case, it's as if you're prepared to stab yourself in the back, maybe. I don't know. It's not out of idleness, though, is it? But nevertheless, just be careful here between now and next month, because you're going to end up doing something stupid. Well, I'll do it anyway, but oh dear, oh shit. And you'd think with you wearing the green of the heart chakra, but I did it with conviction because I'm wearing the green of the heart chakra, and I'm doing it with my heart and my soul. I'm doing it with conviction. It doesn't matter if you drop a clanger with conviction. You can drop a clanger with conviction, or without it, you still dropped a bloody clanger. I want to just pull another card because I think it's unfair to quit while we are kicking us when we're down, sort of thing. Let's just see what's overshadowing. Oh, bloody hell. Overshadowing everything there again. Medusa coming up here, overshadowing as if jealousy. It says jealousy leads to downfall on the card, doesn't it? As if, and again, the green of the heart chakra. But it's like as if, why am I sort of getting this? Just recently, you've been betrayed and let down by somebody. Somebody like Rashid Sunak, as Joe Biden calls him, Rishi Sunak, the backstabbing Asian prime minister who came second, but nevertheless he's prime minister, although he came second in the competition to become prime minister in the first place. Every loser wins. That bloody stupid song about every loser wins. I'm sure it's very applicable. That's why the country's all fucked up and in a mess. Maybe you're thinking that's why my life is all fucked up in a mess, because somebody stabbed me in the back. And I'm not the one that fucked it up, but somebody else did, and they were backstabbing. It's as if there's this jealousy overshadowing it. It's overshadowing the past, the present, and the future there. You could place it there, but then you can't see the other cards, can you? So if you place it there a bit, so it's sort of hooked over, or you can put it above. It doesn't matter really. I'll just stick it there, and then it's as if the green of the heart chakra. Yes, the serpents represent betrayal. In some cultures, of course, serpents shed their skin so they can represent healing, can't they, and regeneration. But nevertheless, there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, even right now, and maybe seeking a union of mind and spirit, coming to an agreement with yourself, because maybe either you're envious of them or they're envious of you. I'm sort of going as though they betrayed you and they shat on you. And you, as the shitted on, are trying to sort of maybe do something, but do something in haste. Move in haste. And you repent at leisure, don't you? Move in haste, Jas, and you repent at leisure. So that is the warning. That is the lesson, is it not? I am struggling in my career. You're not trying to be Prime Minister by any chance, are you? Oh, well, we've covered that one. A backstabbing Asian Prime Minister managed to get that job, I'm afraid. Before, it was a mentally ill lunatic who should have been in a bloody straitjacket in a padded cell in an asylum somewhere who fucked the economy up. But Jess, if you can fuck the UK economy up, come and do a better job of it than them, because maybe you might not fuck it up as bad. Because I'm sure I could fuck it up for less than what they've done it for. But nevertheless, someone betray, as you say there, backstab you. Yeah. I'm only saying that because of the jealousy and the opportunity lost, as I'm thinking. Although it's an opportunity that was there, maybe you took it, I don't know. But I'm just sort of going as though, because you've got a search within yourself, it's as if, oh shit, well, why have I got a search within myself if the opportunity was taken? And it's as if I'm just sort of linking those three like that, if you can see that sort of link. And that's just how I'm doing it. I mean, if you look at it, maybe you can see something different. But just beware here, forewarned as forearmed, although the supernatural truth. Jess is always the supernatural truth, isn't it? And it means that, of course, reckless actions will lead to conflict and you will regret. You'll do something stupid, like smack them across the face or something. Smack the fizzog for them. So hard luck, Jess. But, of course, the future hasn't happened yet. So you still have power over it, don't you? We shall cast a dark shadow of supernatural truth over over Jesse's cards here that just for now have spoken. I'm sorry to be the bringer of bad tidings, but hard luck, Jess. Woe, woe, and thrice woe. We are all in it together. Or are we? That's the thing. We're not, though, are we? That's the problem. It's one law for them and another law for us. It's often the thing there. Supremacy. Ooh, I can't say that one. 60. Can I ask a question, please? 60. Like any list. I don't know. I'm just trying. I'm trying to just decipher that. Can I ask, please, like any like any list? Thank you. Oh, okay. So that's you, Jess. Sorry, maybe having bad eyes. I didn't see your icon next to the bit that the other one was supposed to be saying. I clear these cards. We shuffle the cards, a bit like doing the washing up, don't we? We wash the dishes. We know they're going to get dirty again. It's just got dirty with Jesse's energy, so we're going to wash them off so maybe somebody else can dirty them instead. We just simply, I clear these cards. 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 I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And the supernatural truth is always the truth. Oh, what have we got? Oh, they're in the other room. I can go in the other room and fetch them. How does Chris the what? Oh, they said Chris the arse then. Chris the Aries. Sorry about that. I haven't got reading glasses on. Sorry about that. Supremacy, whatever your name is. How does Chris the Aries feel towards me? No contact. No. Let's just ask for that one before I'll use these other cards again for that. Because these tend to vibrate well with relationship type things, don't they? We just asked for the truth on behalf of supremacy. Supremacy TS UK ASA. I don't know. Sakasa. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry, but I'll just say supremacy. I'll just call you that. Sorry. I ask for the truth on behalf of supremacy, whatever they're concerning. We know we are. Well, Chris, make contact here. What's this all about? We ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth also. We have the same problem on Facebook as well with names. I can't say half of them. It seems as if YouTube is a bit more merciful, at least, in some of the names they can use there. It's just an ID, isn't it? So you can call yourself anything. So it's a bit more ridiculous. Right. So we'll deal 3 cards, past, present, and future again. Here for supremacy, whatever. See, and we'll just see what was going on over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so concerning this situation, as you'd say. We'll just flip the card here nice and slowly, not to disturb the energy. Notice there we've got the energy of serendipity. I suppose that's like your luck was in, as if just recently over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, bright new prospects were on the horizon. I say were, they may still be, but just as we talk in past tense, we have to say that bright new prospects were on the horizon. That contact would have been made, but the alien spaceship took a wrong turning at Mars or something. Let's just have a look and just cut and split this one here. And you've got the Seer. The Seer is a member of the Royal Court, of course, but like kings and queens and things in the tarot deck, isn't it? But this represents a person usually, but a woman maybe. But it also just advises you to follow your intuition. I always say about this particular card, and I'm doing them on Facebook or whatever, or wherever we're doing them, I often say that it sort of represents the fact that you are your own best psychic. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it doesn't like rain like a duck, it's probably a bloody duck. So although, of course, bright new prospects were on the horizon, just follow your intuition. If it feels as though he's not going to make contact, probably isn't. But that doesn't really get us out of the thing by getting an answer, does it? That doesn't provide an answer. That's just putting the onus on you to work it out for yourself, which sometimes all you can do. And we've got the unicorn, though. Good fortune and friendship, as it says there. I often think of that as like your peer group, or let's see, just being fortunate to have friends and others who like a support group or whatever you want to call it, a group of people who support you, and maybe your friends will have something to say and be able to help you get contact. Like, oh, have you seen Chris lately? Well, maybe if you wait till Friday, I might see him and have a word with him, or something, whatever it is. So it's like as if it's that sort of thing going on. But really, you're the best one to work it out for when the best time is for that. So hard luck supremacy. You have the supremacy over this one. I'll pull another card, Dan. We'll pull another card. Just for a giggle, just for a laugh. Perseverance leads to perseverance. Will be rewarded. We've got the sun god Ra there overshadowing us. If at first you don't succeed, hang yourself or try again. Preferably the latter. You may as well delay the inevitable if it's going to happen anyway, just to see if you can drag it on for a bit longer. But either than that, other than giving up, it's just a case of the sun represents Genesis as well. It represents new beginnings and things like that, doesn't it? Like an opportunity to start again and light shining on things. So maybe this is just all part of a new beginning. This, what you think is the end, is actually part of the beginning. And you just have to follow your intuition to find out which part of the beginning is actually the beginning. But sort of sense as though your friends are going to have something to do with it. And they'll sort of give it the okay, or they'll pass the message on. So there you go. I don't have friends. I don't have favourites. I hate everybody. As if you believe that. Something like that. We shall cut the deck and we shall just place your cards underneath. Again, like the washing up, we clear these cards. I clear these cards. Will I ever get pregnant? It's like saying, will I ever die? Maybe or maybe not. Although I don't like doing pregnancy ones. I clear these cards. I clear these cards. I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. And there we go. So that's sort of ready, or sort of, it is ready, isn't it? Ready for the next victim. I mean, the next person we can try and help. Whatever comes out, general reading, whatever comes out. Oh, no, I mean, I'm thinking not the pregnancy one. No, whatever comes out, it either will or whatever. So about that. We're looking at the other one. So let's just have a look here. May I be added for reading, please? In what way added? Whatever comes out, general. I don't know how you define general. I want to just go in the other room and grab some. It's like basically you could either describe it as a storeroom with all sorts of stuff in, or you could just describe it as a shithole with a load of crap all over the place. That's just how you, if you wish to define it as the latter, that's your problem, mine. But although I'm visually impaired, of course, I remember where I put things, so it doesn't matter because I know where everything is, regardless of the mess that it's in. Or it's just, it's a more of an organised mess, really, isn't it? I've got these kipper cards here, these gypsy cards. There's 3 variants of that. I don't think we'll use the Gypsy Witch cards, though. They may be a bit bloody whatsy, but I might just grab them there. I might just grab those. Go do the Reiki ones, or I'll use those power animals because they're too easy, aren't they? You just draw them and say what you want, as opposed to the Reiki ones. You've got to sort of combine 3. I like the Reiki energy ones. I call them Reiki inspirationally called, but I call them Reiki energy because it sounds Reiki energy. It sounds a bit better than bloody Reiki inspirational, doesn't it? Reiki inspirational sort of sounds like affirmation cards. I'm so useless and just need somebody to sort of boost my ego to convince me that I'm just a loser or something. So I call it, it's like a bit like a cup half full, half empty. It just depends how you perceive it, doesn't it? Hey ho. So we've got these sort of oracle type, guidance type things. I don't know if we'll need them, but I'll just stick them to the side there in case. And then these 3 here, they are, I suppose, they are similar. This is like the 17th century version. That's the Victorian version, and that's the Art Deco, the 1920s version, the same sort of thing. But it's like 3 versions of the same thing, really. Although I like that 17th century version, the earlier version, as you could call it, I like this one. I'm going to try these Hungarian gypsy cards. Of course, we know for a fact that there's no such thing as a gypsy, but it sounds okay and sounds good, doesn't it? Anyway, to say the word. Gypsy, of course, is short for Egyptian, and they used to think that the dark-skinned peddlers from the east were there from Egypt to peddle their wares, and they weren't. They were from India. So there's no such thing as a gypsy, really. But everybody says, "Oh, I'm gypsy. I'm Romany gypsy. My family are. I'm the 7th son of the 7th son from the gypsy." And it's all rubbish. All rubbish. But hey ho, it sounds good, and I like it as well. Gypsy, like the witches' runes, they're gypsy symbols, aren't they? Although there's no such thing as a bloody gypsy. But hey ho. It sounds good. Hi, may I be added for a general? I don't know what general means. I think it's just the question you don't want to ask. So let's look into the dark side there. Deliberately, because if you can't be bothered being specific, and articulating yourself and asking what you want guidance on, and then you get whatever's thrown at you. While you will have to put your hand in the fire there, Vanita, we ask for the truth on behalf of Vanita there concerning what's significant in her life. We ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Bloody hate doing general. But we'll do it anyway. We just answer the question you don't want asking, which may help you probably more than the help that you may feel you do need, but you just haven't got the guts to say. You know, I don't know. Maybe you self-identify as a red tomato and just haven't got the nerve to sort of say, I actually self-identify as a red tomato and I'm just having problems coming to terms with it. Is there any way I can transition into a red tomato-ness? I don't know. But let's see what the cards have to say here, though. Laughing and joking apart, we can all take the piss out of identitarian politics, but it's not funny when real people are affected. And mentally affected, of course. It's the sort of thing you giggle at for 5 seconds and then you realise it's not funny. Let's just deal out some cards here. We'll just deal out 3 cards just from the top. You normally, with these, every third card, really. So do every third card. Go on, then. 1, 2. Third is 1. 1, 2. Third 2. And then 1, 2. Third 3. So you could say, well, you know, past, present, future, every third card. I normally just draw them off the top with this particular deck, but the other one I use every third card, the Kipper one, and the other one as well. So this is the first time we've really done every third card. So if it isn't true, then you know that the experiment hasn't worked. Let's just see what's been going on over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. This is what's been vibrating over the past 4 weeks or so. I don't know what they say. Oh, bloody hell, you got the thief. This can symbolize anything from somebody stealing your heart, if it's a love situation, but I'm sort of getting as though I don't want to say it, but I'm sort of you are or you're not getting it, but I'm sort of thinking along the lines, sort of vibrating with or feeling, as you'd say. Let's say that you've had something taken, somebody's taken something that isn't theirs. I don't know if you had money go missing or something, jewelry or something's gone missing. Yes, things go missing in this house all the time because I put it down and can't bloody find it and forget where it is. And I can't look for it because my eyes are bad. So I'm stuck with where was I last? Every time I lose something, it's a bloody murder mystery type thing, trying to find out where was I last? You know, and all that sort of thing. What was going on before, where was last time I remember having it, Usually that finds it. I was on the bog reading it or something like that, But either way, in this particular case, it's like as if we're just getting as if something's gone missing. And yeah, well, it's easy to accuse somebody instead of blaming yourself for mislaying it. But this time, it's as if it has, because you've searched everywhere for this thing, wherever it is. I hope it's not the bloody car keys, but then again, you can't afford the petrol, so it might be doing you a favour. So there you go. Until this Chinese-style lockdown version 2 with economics instead of germ warfare comes to an end. Let's just see what's going on at present. Let's just see what's vibrating there. Oh, you're in for a surprise. Basically, unexpected joy. You're going to find it wherever it is. So if you put your reading glasses down somewhere, somebody's stolen them, they're going to bring them back, realise they don't work for them, and bring them back and stick them under your chair or something. But you're going to either find what it is you've lost, or it's going to be returned to you, like a wallet or whatever it is. You can have the money, just give me the wallet back. Usually it's sentimental value. The only reason you want your wallet back is because there's sentimental value attached to it, usually, isn't it? You can have the bloody money, just give me the bloody wallet back. But either way, although if it is your wallet that's gone, you're going to find yourself, you're coming into, I'm sort of getting money. I'm sort of thinking you're coming into money. Although it isn't the money card, I'm just sort of going, oh, bloody hell, Well, would you bloody believe that? Yeah, I've won on the lottery. Just remember who told you. Or something like that where, well, bloody hell, I lost I had $10 in my wallet, my final $10 in my wallet. It was pinched, and I've just bloody won $50 on the lottery or something. So I buy myself a new wallet, and you can bloody keep it. It'll do them no bloody good, or something like that. So it's like as if you're in for a surprise. Unless you literally find what it is you lost, or they ditched it or something. But you're in for a surprise anyway. You're in for a bit of unexpected joy. A bit of, oh, bloody hell, would you believe it? Would you believe that would have happened? You couldn't make that up. But let's just see what the immediate future is here. Oh, bloody hell. You've got an enemy. You're going to be making an enemy out of somebody. Somebody clearly not very far off. This could all happen tomorrow. You don't know. It's just one event after another, but it's like as if somebody ain't going to like you for this. Well, you know, this is bloody that, they bloody the other, and they go and bloody win the lottery. That bastards! I can't win a damn thing every time I play, and they won't give. It's not so much that. It's like as if it's won $1 million on the lottery or whatever it is, and they won't give me a bloody penny. They won't even share it with me, you know. Or whatever, but I'm sort of getting arguments over money, and you're going to make an enemy over it. If it's a bloody lottery win, or maybe it's the enemy, the person you accused wrongfully. Would you bloody believe it? The bloody wallet went missing, and they thought I'd bloody done it. That proves how much they bloody care about me. That proves what they think about me, you know. And so there's somebody round in the wings waiting to get you or something or whatever. I'll bloody get it. I'll get him next time. You know, I'll get him. We're waiting. When I get you, I'll get you. And when I get you, I'll get you. You know, and it's that sort of thing. And you're thinking, I wish I'd just kept my bloody mouth shut. And it's either somebody you've wrongfully accused or somebody who gets very bitter about your luck. Why does and have all the bloody luck, and I'm the bloody one who ends up in this shit all the time? But I don't know. It's just you're falling out with somebody. You know. But maybe it's a childish sort of thing. I don't know. I'm going to pull another card. But it's every third card, isn't it? So we've got to make sure that we just deal every third card. We slap them underneath there. So that's the third one there. What's that? Oh, bloody hell. The judge. Oh, it looks, oh shit. It looks as though, yes, you could say, we can go to court and we can sue them for it or something like that, or somebody's going to sue you. Or more realistically, with it being the judge, it's more just of an important decision's got to be made. Whatever this enemy is, and whoever you've pissed off or whoever you're about to piss off, it will go to adjudication, and it may have to be decided officially because you can't come to an agreement over whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It could be winning the lottery and you're not giving them off when you said you would. Well, if you'd written it down, it is on paper, then fair enough. Or anything. It's just absolutely anything. But he's going to have to, whatever disagreement it is, it's going to either go to court, you could say, but it's more just an official decision just has to make. It's more of an important decision you've got to make. Are they maybe sort of, is this really the sort of friend I want? You know, I'm able to forgive them, but it's just they won't let it go. So maybe it's an important decision to have to just drop this person as a friend because I've had all the luck and they're jealous. Although jealousy is a card in this particular deck, I think it hasn't come up. So I don't know. But I don't know what this is bloody about there. So what we'll do, we'll leave it there now and keep you in suspense. And that's the cliffhanger. So you can just remember, if you do win anything on the lottery, just bloody remember who told you. It wouldn't do much good, though. They make a bloody enemy out of me, then. Well, after all that, we went and blooming told her that, and she's pissing in the wind, isn't it? I clear these cards. I clear these cards. I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth, the supernatural truth, always, because we have a twin destiny, a natural and a supernatural destiny. And these gypsy cards, well, there's no such thing as a gypsy, we've been through that already. These gypsy cards lock onto the supernatural truth, which is, of course, always the truth, isn't it? Let's just scan down this these list of comments here. Right, a message retracted. Somebody said something and then didn't want to say it. Hard luck. Retract your message then, you message retractor, you. Will I ever get pregnant? Oh, we don't know. Will I ever die? I don't know. So let's just go through. I just don't do pregnancy. So if it comes up, something comes up that implies it may be, but I it's too much trouble. Go piss on a stick. That's one of the things they say. Go piss on a stick if you think you are or not. Or those, will I ever get pregnant? Isn't that, am I pregnant? But will I ever get pregnant? Open your legs up and try it and see what happens. Maybe you've already tried, and of course, yes, we do. We do sympathise with people who are firing blanks or not, either not trying hard enough, but usually it's not so much not trying hard enough. It's just not happening. Which we appreciate that, seriously. We do appreciate that, but um, may I be added for? Oh, hang on. I think I'm a bit further down on the list there or something. Well, comes up. So we've done that one. Yes, we've done you. So the supremacy's just said something again about thank you. Okay, and there's many people say that. Right. Hello. How are you? Okay, thank you. How are you? Yes. Right. Okay. 2 children. Good for you. Right, let's go down there. Message retracted. Everybody's retracting messages. Or that bloody S is now V as Vanessa is. Okay, Vanessa. If you don't want to say it, don't say it. I mean, that's fair enough. I just say open my mouth and put my foot deeper in the shit, and I can't get out of it. But if you can retract your message, good luck to you. Are you on lockdown again? No. But yes, we are on lockdown again, really. Is it Kelly? Kelly? We are on lockdown. It's called economic lockdown. Before they were locking us down because of a bioterror attack by the Wuhan Institute of Bioweapons. But now we are under attack again, but it's more, we are on lockdown through economics. They're locking us down through economics. Notice how the lockdown before, we had to stay at home and work from home because there was something out there. And now notice how we still have to work from home, but this time it's because we can't afford the fuel to go to work. It's the same thing. It's a bloody lockdown under a different name and under a different method. And you know that. We're all under the bloody same thing. It's called economic lockdown. The original lockdown was, of course, of the bioterror attack that was trying to fuck the economy up to give China the upper hand. But now it's a bit like the child who spoils it for everybody else, isn't it? And now it's for all the other children on the playground or whatever. But now, of course, it's locked down under a different name and just a different way. It's lockdown Mark II, isn't it? With economics instead of germ warfare. But who would have thought germ warfare? Who would have thought it? You thought it was more for like science fiction or something. But it's, of course, out there, isn't it? It's science. And, of course, science fiction becomes fact eventually. Well, my car got stolen. So as isn't the issue for me, right? Oh well, it's all right if you can get your car stolen, then you don't have to worry about petrol fees anymore. You can walk it. Sorry about that. Hey ho. But anyway, I think you get the gist. But we know what it is. I mean, we're not stupid. We're bloody illogical thinkers, aren't we? We're human, for God's sake. We know exactly what's going on. It's just that the Chinese people who didn't mind it, didn't mind enabling their government by appeasing their government and letting their backward retarded communist government do what it wants. Obviously, they are losing out on it. So the Chinese people are basically, it's karma, isn't it? What goes around comes around, and the chickens are coming home to roost for the appeasers and the enablers. And now they don't like it, and there's going to be trouble there. And of course, the Russian soldiers will get back and find there's no food on the table because they're on 3-month contracts and they don't have to get paid after 3 months. So they might just take the tanks onto the Kremlin and just do Putin. And so you never know. It's like as if we're all waiting, isn't it? It's like a waiting game, and we're all waiting for just something to happen. Is it Putin to get done in, Xi Jinping to drop down dead? I've got a voodoo doll here. I stuck a pin in for him last year, and it didn't work. I'm pissed off about it. Well, it's good therapy. Hello everyone. Hello to you. There, so good vibes. Good for you. We've got some good vibes available there. So there you go. Anyway, I don't know if anybody wants a reading about anything. We've been reading these gypsy cards, although there's no such thing as a gypsy because they were thought to be Egyptian dark peddlers, some dark skin peddlers from the east were thought to be from Egypt peddling their wares, and they weren't. They were from India. So the gypsies are actually Indian. So there you go. But I still like the word gypsy because we've all grown up with it, haven't we? The Jippos are moving in again. Why is mother just hung her knickers out again? Oh, right. Hey ho. So anyway, pleased with the Cheryl, whatever on top. Cherry on top, right? Good for you. I don't know. Pretty pleased with cherry on top. I don't know, so I don't know what that was about. There. Well, pull some cards though there for good vibes or Shelly. Is it Shelly or Kelly? I don't know. I can't. My brain doesn't work to that. You know, I'm not that far advanced. I'm still in the animal stage, I think. Well, just shuffle the cards though for Kelly for a reading. Although Kelly doesn't know what she wants help with and probably doesn't want help with anything, but just wants it for the sake of it. So we ask for the answer to the question for Kelly. The answer to the question she doesn't want answering. We ask for the truth. On behalf, in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence, we ask for guidance and insight. Blessed be to the truth, always there. And let's just see what Kelly or Chelly is. I don't think CH or K, because CH is K sometimes, isn't it? Like Christ. Although you go to church, but you don't. You go to Kirch, of course, or Kirk. So hard luck. Let's just deal every third card here for Kelly or Chelly or whoever. So that's the third card. And then the next third card, which is of course 6 for the present, and then 9 for the future. Or is it past, present, future, or is it just one? Usually this is one event after another. It's just like now and then tomorrow or next week and then the day after or whatever. It's just one event after another. So the timing is a bit. It may sometimes all happen all at once. Some of the feedback I get from it, people say, "Oh, that went bloody happened all yesterday or last week or something." It wasn't for the following year. It all went bloody happened. You were right, but the timing was wrong. So I don't sort of swear to get the timing right on this. It's just theoretical. Kelly or Chelly for Kelly Chelly's recent past there. We've just oh dear, really, to use an understatement. We've got Melody there. Looks like you've been sick as a dog. I don't know what the bloody hell you were down with. Was it COVID or COVID? Oh no, there's no CH in that, is there? So I don't know what you were laid up. I mean, I'm always bloody laid up with something, but you were down. You were sick as a dog. I don't know what it was. Or you've been diagnosed with some sickness. I don't know. Heartbroken. That bloody doesn't help. I suppose that is yes. I suppose. But either way, it made you feel sick. It made you feel. I suppose it does, doesn't it? Anything like that. The way you feel can make you, let's say, physically feel good or bad, and it did affect you. And I'm sort of getting as though you may have had to, let's say, as it shows there, as if you've had to just had to lie down for a few and be horizontal for a bit longer than normal. Yes, and depression and not very happy neither. So I'm just sort of going as that curling up and metaphorically dying for a few days was the better of the options. I don't know that sick. You were sick. It did make you feel physically sick. Maybe you felt nauseous or you just felt drowsy or whatever. But he can do. He can make you physically sick. Let's just see what's going on, though. That's of course inner pain, isn't it? What's about to happen here? Oh, bloody hell! You're coming into some good fortune here. I don't know what it is, but your luck is in. So when you buy that lottery ticket and come in with that money, just remember he bloody told you. But you're just coming into some good luck. I don't know what this is about. Oh, money! It is. Look, money. You got the money card, literally. So it looks as though here. You're coming into a significant amount of money. Now, this is where you have to remember who bloody told you. I'm saying that, I'll reiterate, that's a vile phrase, reiterate. We've covered that one, haven't we? So we can't really reiterate is a vile phrase, isn't it? To iterate is one thing, but to re-repeat something, ridiculous. You repeat it, it's repeated again. Let's just deal out another third card just to see what happens to the money. She ends up in poverty and ends up in the gutter. Oh, bloody hell. There's some time for merriment. So obviously time for oh, hang on. There's time for merriment and there's marriage coming as well. Looks like somebody's getting married or you're going to a wedding. You'll be invited to a wedding, probably at a weekend on a Saturday. Usually are, aren't they? And there's that going on, as if this could be either a long-term relationship or it could be a business partnership if it's the career type thing. So although you're coming into money, it looks as though somebody's going to want to share it with you either way, in whatever capacity that is. But there's a wedding coming on. So again, you're invited to a wedding. I don't know why. Well, it's because it's there, isn't it? I mean, it's bloody obvious. But it's like as if you've been more invited to wedding as opposed to being your wedding, you getting married. But bloody hell, oh dear, there's deep sadness coming. It looks like this depression that you seem to be have just had just lately. It's going to come back, or it's going to be sadness. Maybe because they're marrying the person you wanted to marry. I'm just saying that just sort of like surmising that, I'm not saying it is that. I'm just saying maybe it's that, or maybe I don't know. But it's just as though I'm sort of going as though that's more of a wedding invite as opposed to you getting married. If he says you're getting married, there's a divorce straight away. But it's like as if you'll be sad because you're wishing it was your wedding instead. Well, that's sort of all I'm getting with that, like as it says, you don't believe in marriage. Well, then it'll be somebody else's bloody wedding, won't it? So there you go. That's so right. At least we now know it's not your wedding, so that's confirmed that. Let's just do number 3 again and see what happens after the sadness. Do we hang ourselves or do we carry on? Oh, bloody hell. There's hope anyway. There's just sort of hope on the horizon, as you'd say. Distant horizons, there's hope. Although you may feel pissed off and not very happy neither about whatever's happened, for whatever reason it is, there is hope on the horizon. Maybe the money will sustain you, or there's hope for a second chance or something like that. I don't know. We'll just do one more and then we'll leave it at that. Oh, bloody hell! You're in for a surprise. It's coming again for you as well. You're in for a bloody surprise and we're not expecting joy. So it's like as if there's hope on the horizon, and then you realise, well, bloody hell, I've won on the lottery as well. Now, Who was it who told me? We'll leave it at that, I think. But that unexpected joy there. Maybe you'll be told that you haven't got a terminal illness after all, and it was all a scare. I don't know. It's that sort of thing, you know. It can work in all sort of ways, can't it? Or the illness that you were old well just recently isn't sort of catching, or it isn't going to get any worse. So there you go. Hey ho. Although I'm not a doctor, but I don't know what it is. Hey ho. And nor are you, maybe. So that was Kelly or Cherry Kelly, whatever your name is there. So all that. Look, I clear these cards. 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 I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. Yeah, make me laugh. Yeah, makes me arse laugh. I know. I know exactly what you mean. Just a general, please. Oh, just a general for you as well. I don't do general in the group that I've got with the 60,000 members, because, you know, you're not helping anybody, are you? I want help with sort of helps them, doesn't it? But we'll just do the answer to the question that probably you don't want to ask as well. There, good vibes. Put us in the works of the good, better thing. I just ask for the truth on behalf of good vibes here concerning that which is significant in their life at the moment. We just ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. You're welcome for all the darkness and all the stuff that's going to come out, no doubt. Never say that. Oh, aren't I horrible? I'll never go to heaven, I won't. I'll never become famous on Facebook or bloody. Although at least YouTube works, doesn't it? Have you noticed? YouTube works. You get more viewers anyway. Not that means anything, as if my ego would be boosted by that. It's just doing really one person, which we're doing it for good vibes at the moment. The other 1,000 odd who might be watching, it's hard luck. Let's just see the first thing that's happening. Well, whatever's happening now, I don't know what this is, but it's time for merriment. It's time for getting eat, drink, be merry, get pissed, and have a few. So have one for me, maybe. I was going to have one earlier on, but I thought I'll just be in no fit state to do anything. Or I can still do all my bookkeeping when I'm pissed. So I don't know. It's just how your brain works, isn't it? Anyway, hey ho, just my mouth tends to go off on a tangent. In this particular case, though, for you, it's like just recently, or even either now or just recently. It's just around this sort of nowish, if there's such thing as nowish. There's been merriment. You've been to a party, maybe because it's the weekend, probably Saturday, so possibly it could be that. That could be when it was, you know, over the weekend or so. And it was time to get, eat, drink, be merry, or catch up with old friends, or whatever. But either way, yeah, let's just have a look here. Oh bloody hell! You've got the enemy. It looks like you. Why am I sort of thinking you went to a party, you went to a do or something like that, and it's like you've fallen out with somebody, and or somebody fell out with you. And you're thinking, bloody hell, I didn't really mean that in that way. I just opened my mouth, sort of engage brain before opening mouth. I just didn't engage my brain. Don't take it bloody seriously. I didn't mean it. Oh, well, it's too fucking late now, now we know, And it's like, yeah. It's that sort of thing, family stuff, then, is that what it is? So obviously, clearly, they just won't let it, it's grudges and things. They won't let it go and don't realise that, China and Russia are trying to kill us all off. China trying to kill us off with bloody bioweapons. The Russians are now having a go with bloody, economics or whatever. Or, well, it's their own fault, really, because we turned on Russia, didn't we? Russia are just bullies, and bullies just take advantage of weakness. And if you give them a weakness to take advantage, it makes you wonder whose fault it actually is. But either way, you fell out. Let's just see what we've got there. So the first one, of course, was the merriment, and you went the do, and then, of course, falling out with somebody there, whatever. What's happening next? Let's put the next on the third one there. Oh, bloody hell, marriage for you or wedding for you as well. I was thinking it might be argument over the opposite sex or something, and who they belong to. Well, he belongs to me, or she belongs to me, or whatever it is. No, he doesn't. Or something. There's arguments over that, but there's a wedding coming. There's a wedding coming for you. Either you're invited to one, or it is maybe just a long-term relationship. You're moving soon. Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to tell you. You're not supposed to tell me. I'm supposed to tell you, by the way. I don't know if that's just the rules of the game. And as I said, if you've just forgotten, I'm moving soon. Oh, but you're bloody coming into money. So it looks like everybody's coming to money except me. It's just when I'm telling them, nobody bloody remembers who's told them. So they might make a bloody enemy out of me as well. But it looks like you're coming to a significant amount of money. Either way, this wedding, maybe you're going to marry somebody rich, or somebody rich is going to fall in love with you. I don't know, but whoop or whatever. Yeah, good for you. Good luck for you. I don't know when this is going to happen, though. It might be a long time in the future. I don't know, but I'm sort of thinking it might be next week. It could be anything, couldn't it? But hey ho, God help them. Whatever, I don't know. But what's coming up next after this? Oh, bloody hell, you're going to be sick as a dog, so you won't be able to enjoy the money, so you'll give it me instead. Oh, that's okay then. But basically, you're going to be on your deathbed, but certainly be on your sick bed for. You might just need medical attention for whatever. Maybe just the shock of all that money on the lottery. Oh God, or something like that. Just puts you in bed for a few days. But either way, I don't know. Just be careful. There's some bad health coming. Which I suppose could be generic because everybody goes down with something sooner or later, unless you're living in China, of course, and all sorts of shit in that bloody lab being let loose, isn't there? But either way, after the sickness comes there's a sweetheart there. I don't know what that is, but it's like as if somebody's sweetheart, somebody becomes somebody's sweetheart. Maybe somebody realizes, oh God, she's sick, could have bloody died, and or something like that. When we could have been, we nearly didn't. We nearly didn't get. Well, I was sort of thinking that there's a proposal of marriage as opposed to marriage itself, and the proposal, okay, assures money or whatever it might do. Somebody gets sick and can't. Somebody thinks, somebody, I thought you died. I was never going to marry you. I thought you till death us, not even part. Death us do part without the sickness. I mean, I always used to think you had to get married 16 times. Not just the once and end up dead like this seems to imply. I used to think you got married 16 times. 4 better, 4 worse, 4 richer, 4 poorer. But clearly, you become somebody's sweetheart anyway. I'm going to just put another one. Just whip another one out. Just see what happens after becoming somebody's sweetheart. Oh, bloody hell, there's violence. Oh, God, I don't know what that's about. But there's certainly an argument over something violent. It'll lead to violence, physical violence. So I don't know what the bloody hell that is. I think we'll leave that there. We'll quit while we're not ahead, I think, and try not to rub shit in it or rub the salt in. I don't know what the hell that is, unless there is a past or something you sort of magnetically attracted to people who beat crap out of you. I don't know. I clear these cards. It's not funny, that isn't, though, is it? I clear these. Nobody's laughing. I clear these cards. I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. Christy there. We ask for the truth on behalf of Christy Marshall concerning the truth. In the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence, we ask for guidance and insight. And we just cut the deck there for Christy Marshall. I don't know how long you've been sitting around there. But certainly, let's just deal out some cards there for you. Didn't take long, that one. I don't know, unless we're sort of drawn to you, some sort of magnetic sort of psychic energy or something is drawn to you to help you in some way. What do we need to help you with? Oh, there's a gift. Not from me. I don't know you. Somebody's somebody's trying to buy you a favour. They're trying to buy friendship or something like that. And well, yeah, it's nice that you bought me those flowers, or it's nice that you bought me that watch, or nice that we went out for a meal or something. You've gifted me that, but what are you fucking after? You know, it's this. What are you after? This you sort of sense. One sort of sense of that dark curtain there, as if it represents some sort of darkness attached to it. I don't know why I'm looking at that in that way. It's just me, isn't it? Horrible, isn't it? Really, or is it me that's horrible? Let's just see what comes after this gift, though. Oh, and also everybody's getting married just lately, aren't they? And it seems as though I'm sort of thinking maybe a proposal of marriage, yes, for you, but I don't know. It's more like just long-term relationship, or just getting in partnership with somebody, as if they've gifted you something to try and lure you into the partnership, like a business partnership. Well, if I give you $100, will you consider us then? If we bung you $100 in a brown and paper envelope, or $1,000 in a brown paper envelope, will you come work for us? Because we need somebody with your skills. You know, it's that sort of thing, isn't it? Like as if it's like a marriage of sort of convenience and that sort of come and join us in some way. But either way, oh bloody hell! Somebody's sweetheart there. I don't know who that is. There's a sweetheart there in the wings. I don't know who she is, but let's just hang on a minute. It could be you. That's assuming I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Depends if you're a mind reader or not, doesn't it, really? But either way, oh, bloody hell, you got the thief here. The thief could simply just be the sweetheart and somebody stealing her heart. Literally, somebody stealing her heart. Love is blind, and it doesn't matter how wrong it is. Well, it doesn't matter if he's a serial killer or not. I love him. It's sort of, we've been there before, haven't we, earlier on. Well, it doesn't matter if he screwed every damn woman. I'm that woman now, and we're in love. And it doesn't matter. And, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So if you want to start pointing the finger, the three fingers pointing back at you. I suppose the sort of self-righteous hypocrites who would criticise it, who've stolen your heart there, would be, thank you, Lord, that I'm not like that sinner over there, and that I'm upright and proper and never done any wrong in my life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pull the other one. It's got bells on it. Well, actually, pull the other one is actually pull the other one, because when you hang somebody, you pull on you pull on one of the legs to check they're dead, and then you say pull the other one. You pull the other one just to make sure they're really dead. That's where pull the other one come from, or the saying anyway. But what happens after the stealing of your heart? Oh, bloody hell, you come into good fortune here. Just good as luck would have it, such and such a thing goes and happens. I don't know what the such and such a thing is. We could just be enlightened, maybe. Oh, bloody hell, the widow. The widow is a woman who's ditched. Yes, by her husband when he snuffs it and drops down dead, pops his clogs, falls off his perch or whatever. But it's also ditched in the sense of, being dumped by a partner. And it's like as if this woman, although she's somebody's sweetheart, somebody steals her heart. There's good fortune with Abby that the woman gets ditched. I don't know why that's good fortune, unless you were after this person. I don't know. But this widow, maybe it is a woman who has literally. We can laugh and joke about it, but if it is somebody who has lost a spouse, although it's good fortune comes your way, it's nevertheless overshadowed by the darkness of a bereavement or something. It's a dice tray, that is. I use it for casting octagonal 8 sides, and I use it for casting runes because you're supposed to. You saw somebody. I forgot what his name is. Some Australian chap who does runes and whatever. And I thought, yeah, okay, I'll try octagonal. Although it's a small octagonal, but I got it for divination dice originally, and then I used it for casting my witch's runes, which are rather accurate as well. Although I don't like claiming accuracy. I don't know what's happening here, but if this is literally somebody who's in bereavement, whatever, oh bloody hell, we go all ecclesiastical and all religious because of it. Maybe seek religion for comforters. I don't know. I'm not going. I don't want going down any of that. I just don't want to do that anymore now. I've had enough. I'm sick of that one. I'll put you aside, I think, and leave it just for a bit. So we'll maybe come back on happier times. Sorry about that. Not really. Oh, I am. I have to say, don't I really? I clear these cards. 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 I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth, the supernatural truth, always. We just cut the deck. And that's a bit like doing the washing up, isn't it? Like, we know the dishes are going to get dirty, just like they were dirty before, but we wash them anyway in the interim, just so they look nice in the cupboard until it's dinner time again. And that's a similar sort of thing how I clear the cards. I suppose if you want to cleanse them, you do it in sage and all that sort of thing, and do it on a new moon or on a full moon, rather. Although that's more for energising water, really, and things. I've done scrying and all that. It comes in handy for that, doesn't it? But anyway, why I'm packing them away, I don't know. And this change is as good as the rest. I don't know why I've done that. Is it habit or OCD or just the right time to pack up the gypsy cards? Just for now, woe and thrice woe. We've said enough woe. We've done 1 hour, 20 minutes just over that last time. So I think what we'll do just for now, given the fact that nobody else has got any problems and don't need help with anything, we will, just for now, we shall declare that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we now part. And just for now, until next time, merry may we meet again. Farewell.